Good morning, Ava. I'll wait till a couple more people join, I think. Hi, Laurie. So I also realised that sometimes you jump on and you don't get the sound straight away. So I'll say good morning again to Jeanette, Ava and Laurie. And look at this beautiful waratah that we're looking at. This is just the most stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to scroll upwards and show you just how huge this waratah is. The waratah, of course, is an Australian native flower, and it's also the state flower for New South Wales. But this is a monster. I've never seen one this size before. Look at this. It just keeps going up and up and up. Incredible. And they're all out. They're all in full bloom at the moment. It hasn't started yet, Laurie. We're still 5 minutes away from starting. You haven't missed a thing. I just decided to start at this point here, around the corner from the main village itself, because of this absolutely gorgeous waratah. Alrighty, we're going to slowly start walking. I'll just zoom in a little bit further if I can while we've got a good signal and it looks like we're getting a good clear picture. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's go. We're in Leura, and the fantastic news is Hayden, the didgeridoo player, is in the Indigenous art store this morning, and he's agreed to give us a performance, which is so exciting. I can't wait. So we have a couple of stops before we see Hayden. Let's see this waratah just from the other side first before we carry on. It's an incredible bush. Okay. All right, so Leura is one of the two main tourist towns in the Blue Mountains, and it's famous for its beautiful houses. And we'll see 2 or 3 of them before we reach the main street. Just want to move away from that lady, give her some privacy. Look at this. This is the dentist. But look at the building. Isn't it gorgeous? Beautiful tree fern in the front there. The cherry blossoms are not quite fully out, but they're certainly putting on a big effort. We're going to see more of them as we turn around into the main street. So the next 2 houses are both for sale. I have no idea how much they cost. Hi, Rhonda. Good morning. No idea how much they cost because they're listed as expression of interest. So, but if you want to buy a beautiful house in Leura, how about this one? And the advertising board shows you some of the features of it. The beautiful big veranda. Hi, Julie. Oh, the noisy train going by. Once we turn the corner, we'll be a bit away from it. And the house next door is also for sale. So we've got Waitangi, circa 1896. Also on an expression of interest, so we have no idea how much they want for this house. But this is pretty beautiful as well. Look at that. All right, 1 minute 40 till we start. Oh, look at their garden. So, two houses next door to each other currently for sale. If you want to come and live in Leura. I love this gate. This quirky tops of the gate. Alrighty, so just up ahead is the top of Leura Mall, which is the main shopping strip in Leura. And we're going to call into about 4 or 5 shops today. The first one we're going to call into is a shop that sells items made from wood. And it's a really, really beautiful shop. So we passed, first of all, the Leura Garage. And this actually used to be a mechanic's garage, and it's been converted into a cafe restaurant. You can see the shelves all propped up with old wheel hubs. Next to that is R.M. Williams, which is an iconic clothing brand. Good morning, Ginny. And hi, Daisy. So R.M. Williams is an iconic Australian clothing brand, making, first of all, it was boots. So these riding boots is what they were known for, and they've branched out into, I guess you would call it country wear. But these are the boots. These are the boots that they were famous for. All right, so we've just ticked over start time, and this is my second attempt to push out to a live stream on Facebook as well. So if there's anyone who's actually joined the Facebook live stream, welcome to you as well. I won't actually see you in my chat or know that you're there, so fingers crossed that this is working on Facebook. So we're at the top of Leura Mall. Let me turn around and introduce myself to you. Hi, my name's Lynn, for anyone who doesn't know me. And we're meeting today in Leura, which is a beautiful village in the Blue Mountains. And before we begin, I'd just like to acknowledge that we do meet today on the traditional lands of the Darug and Gundungurra people, and pay respects to their elders past, present and emerging. And I apologise for that noisy truck. Alrighty, let's get going. So this is Leura Mall, beautiful. The cherry blossoms are starting to come out. They're not quite fully out yet, but it presents some beautiful photographic opportunities. I'm just going to cross the road and give you an idea of what the street looks like down the middle. And you can see that it's lined with cherry trees all the way down the middle there. They are so close to being out in full, but they're just not quite there yet. I'm not sure how many days away we are from the cherry blossoms being in full flower here in Leura Mall. All right, we'll cross back over and call into our first store. This one's pretty. Look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. Just got to watch where I'm standing in the road. Hi Daisy, hi Jill, hi Deborah, and hi Lynn. Good morning everybody. So Leura is just under 1,000 metres above sea level. And our first port of call is the woodwork shop. So let's go in and say, have a look in the window first of all. There's a few people in there, and I just are mindful of not getting into people's faces. So let's give them a chance to move away from the door before we go in. But this is a glimpse of what we get to see when we're in here. Look at the squid. Okay, and we've also got baby echidnas, puggles. Okay, I think we've got some people moved away from the door now. That tray is beautiful. Whoops, got window glare, window reflection. All right. Very, very busy. So we'll let these people move out of the store. And then I'll turn around and show you some of the more beautiful items near the front window. But look at the texture in these timber boards. And what I'll do as well is when the counter's free, I'll get a hold of the contact information if you're interested. Look at this clock. I have to show you this clock. Stop that. And these little bud vases, aren't they beautiful? There's some gorgeous tables out here. Hey, Katie. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's all made with tiny little cubes of wood in a mosaic style. And some more beautiful bud vases over here. So everything that we're seeing today is either by an Australian crafts person or is made out of Australian products or made here locally, or both. So I'll be focusing on purely local and Australian. Which one in particular, Jill? Most of them have some information on. So this one here is Tasmanian sassafras and Queensland maple. I love the colour variations in the middle one. And then look at this one over here. This is gorgeous. Oh, my gimbal's being funny. Hi, Paula. This one's sold. Where's the information for it? No. I thought I might be able to lift that up and find out what it is, but it's stuck down too well. This one here is camphor laurel and silver ash. Need to get back a bit to see it. Still quite a few people in the front of the store, so I promised the store owner that I would be very mindful of people's privacy. I really like this. It's like a spectacle glasses case, but you can see it's been cut so that look at the way that it's been cut. Thank you again for coming. And there's the clasp. And here we have bookmarks. That's exactly what it does. It's like you see the seed at the end there. That's what they do. They slice it Bookmarks. There we go. And look at these boxes. This one's beautiful. Okay, my daughter just bought a couple of these pendants the other day as gifts for my niece and her boyfriend, who both had milestone birthdays. And look at the inlay in these. There we go. And I'm just going to grab the card. Thank you. One thing I really want to show you is the items that are made out of Banksia seed pods. On most of my tours, I normally point out at least one Banksia. And this is what the seed pods look like and how they can be turned. This is the tea light candle holder. You can see that where the seeds go. Perfect for a little, where the light comes out and shows through. So this is a gorgeous shop, and if you liked anything that you saw here, take a photo of that. That's the contact details. So you can see they've got an email and a website. And here we go. Thank you so much. I'm sure I didn't get you. Lastly, before we go, just the puggles. Hi, Paul. Isn't that beautiful? Not sure what they're made from, the puggles. That's the artist. And there's a whale tail as well. Here we go. All right, let's go next door. Thank you so much. So next we have the Indigenous Gallery. And there's a young Wiradjuri man working here today. He says he will perform on the didgeridoo for us. So let's go and talk to him. Hi, Hayden. Good, how are you? So Hayden's sitting in front of a map that shows all the countries, all the Indigenous countries in Australia. And I want to show you where we are, first of all. So Hayden actually comes from a Wiradjuri country. And we are here where Darug meets Gundungara. I can never say that. Gundungara. So we're just here, in this area here. And this is Hayden. Hi, Hayden. Hello. And thank you so much for doing this. So let me just get the light right too. Yeah, go for it. Just fabulous. Yeah, thank you.
That's all right.
I know it involves what's circular breathing. Yes. Are you able to explain that?
Yes, so I trap the air in my cheeks,
Yep.
and then as I'm pushing the air out of my cheeks, I'm breathing in.
Right.
So I'm squeezing it out as I hold it in, squeeze it out, and I breathe in. Yes, it's a bit.
It would take a lot of training, I'm
Yes.
sure.
It took about a couple of years to practice that bit. That's just the circular breathing, yeah. It took a while.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. All right. I'm just going to have a look around some of the, yeah, beautiful. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Laurie. All right. So the gallery itself is owned, I believe, by this Indigenous artist, Brett Groves. And a lot of the work in here is his own work. This is beautiful. And I'm not very good at interpreting the Aboriginal art itself, but much of what they paint, I believe, is along the lines of communicating from one area to another. So it might be in letting people know where there's water or where there's food. And they're called song lines. So this one over here, for example, I'm guessing, I don't know for certain, but I understand that it represents perhaps a river and meeting places. This is beautiful. Look at this. So that's a red-tailed black cockatoo didgeridoo. This lightbox picture of the Three Sisters, I was told, apparently when it's a really misty day and the tourists have come up to the mountains and they've missed out on seeing the Three Sisters because they're obscured by fog, they discover this shop and they come and stand next to it, take their selfies here. Here's some more beautiful wood items. Reclaimed timbers. So there's all these timbers in this, I guess it's a cutting board. Beautiful work. And there's some lovely bowls here. It's called Billingara. Let me just, I have their contact information in my pocket here. There we go. That's the name of the gallery. And then on the reverse, let's see if I can get in it close enough for you. How'd you go? Did you get that? And it includes an acknowledgement of country at the bottom there as well. I love that. That's gorgeous. Okay, this one's called Always Was, Always Will Be, Queensland. And that's a reference for anyone who is not from Australia, may be unaware that the always was, always will be refers to the fact that Australia is built on land that was never ceded. The sovereignty was never ceded. So it means that it always was and always will be indigenous land. Okay. Look at those. Are they beautiful? And a bilby. This is the bilby. Hi, Kamuchi. Hi, Karina. And this is a double ditch. It's meant to be just an art piece. It can't actually be played, of course. Although I was told that the artist and his son had a blow off, so they both took a mouthpiece each and challenged each other to see who would be able to stay on the longest without being blown off the instrument. So it depicts the goannas. There's a goanna on each side. Let me just go vertical on this one so you can get the whole thing in shot. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And now back again. 1, 2, 3. All right. And finally, there's some beautiful books here that talk about Aboriginal culture, the Dreamtime. These are beautiful books. Lila the Lyrebird, the Emu who ran through the sky, and that would be talking about the constellation known as the Dark Emu, which is basically the negative space between the stars and the constellations, is seen through the indigenous interpretation as an emu shape. And then there's some lovely bookmarks here as well. Alrighty, so let's move on to our next Leura store. Thank you so much, Hayden. Yeah, bye now. Bye. All right, so we're back out on the mall, Leura Mall, looking at these beautiful, beautiful blossoms. Hi, Evie. Look at that. It's a bit hard against the sky, I know. Let me see. That's pretty. So the next store we're going to go into is called With Max and Me, and it's another store that focuses on local art. Hi, Annette. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You missed the didgeridoo playing. Okay, I have to show you something, everybody. Annette's arrived. 1 second before we go inside here. Check it out. Annette made these beautiful earrings. Look. Oh, hang on. Let's get this light right. Look at this. Look at this, everyone. Annette made these beautiful earrings and this lovely pendant, which I received in the post yesterday. Thank you so much, Annette. All right, now. So this store is called With Max and Me, and I've had permission from Kim and Robin, the two sisters who own the store, to allow me to come in and show you some of the beautiful, beautiful local art. Look at this. Look at this necklace. We're not even inside the shop yet. And we've got a lyrebird here. It's hard to see against the window. All I did was pick the colour, Annette. You know that. All right. And there's an emu. Look at the emu. So one of the artists featured in this store is actually a friend of mine. And when we get to her pieces, I'll point her out. Look at this gorgeous dyed scarf, or what do you call that, a pashmina, I guess, shawl. That's gorgeous. I love it. I love the colorway. There's a few things I want to show you in particular, but this is my friend Deb Morrison. Come on, Gimbal, work with me. So yes, these placemats. Not a problem. Have a great day. It comes in a pad of I think it's 30. There we are, 30, and that's her artwork. And there's another one. Look at that. So that's my friend Deb who does those. She's an amazing artist. And then we've got all these gorgeous little T-shirts. Look at these. That's the what's it called? It's a seahorse. Beautiful knitted items. Look at these. Look at these little caps and beanies made out of felt. Oh, they're so gorgeous. Here, look. How cute is this? It's beautiful. The little photo with the cap. And here's some more of these scarves. That's just so beautiful. All right, so I just want to, I've promised the ladies that I won't get them in shot, so we'll go around this way. I want to show you some of the things around here. Look at the little fairy wrens. And then over here, these are my favourite. Look at these. And those, they're just beautiful. There's a little platypus here. And of course, they have a website. Oh, this is one of my favourites. This little bat here is, I understand it's made out of reclaimed and repurposed materials. So I just wanted to move away from another person in the shop so I don't disturb their privacy. And if you want anything from this shop, I have a Facebook page and a website. That's it there. And they ship overseas, and it's all beautiful local artists. This bag features kookaburras and banksias. And this one features kangaroo paws. And I just want to... Sorry, can I squeeze by you? Sorry. Yeah, you have to see these. Scarf pins with an echidna and a bilby and a magpie, and I saw also in here as well there was a platypus. Look at that. How beautiful are they? And then over here is a lyrebird. So special. And here's some more work from the lady that works with the repurposed and reclaimed materials. So that's a magpie and that's a red-tailed black cockatoo up there. They're so beautiful. And a camel. Look at the camel. Alrighty, let's move on. Here, magpie socks. I might come back here and get some socks later. Fabulous. Thank you so much. Look at this scarf. Look at the colour. Colour is amazing. In one of those caps. All right, let's move on, everyone. What did you think of that shop? So when you come to Leura, there's just so much choice for beautiful, beautiful shops, and all locally produced, local artists. This is the old Leura post office, and it's now now an estate agent. Oop, let's just move away from these ladies. Let's go here. Leura post office, lovely old shop, but now it's an estate agent, real estate agent. Let's just cross the road and head down through the middle strip here. I want to show you this obelisk. Now, I don't know who the person is that it was erected for, but the date is significant. So it was erected here as a mark of esteem to the late Reverend Redmond. Now, the date is significant. It was the 11th day of the 11th month, 1911. Coincidentally, the day is marked now by the end of World War II, which happened in, 1918. So yeah, that makes rather a nice photo. So we'll head down here. I'm going to go through the middle. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Catherine. We're actually going to head towards the chocolate shop now. So you can imagine when this comes out in just a few days' time, it's going to look absolutely spectacular with all the blossoms lining the road here. We're getting there. Not far off. Seems like there's more flowers at the bottom end of the street than there is at the top end. Hi, Katie. So across the street here we have, time's at 32. Last time I did this tour, we went around the back of this cafe here across the road and along that little alleyway. But we're a bit short on time, so I think I'll just give you a glimpse of it from here today. And we'll head across the road. Oh, so pretty. Of course, if Renee was here, I would take you to the Leura Lolly shop. But she's not here. Just don't tell her. So we're going to do chocolate instead. But first of all, let's go and meet the little ringtail possum. Again, I just need to be mindful of people. Right, look at these puppets. We've got a big black cockatoo there. And these gorgeous ringtail possums. Look at this. Look at the possum. I'm going to try and introduce you to the possum. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? It's beautiful. All right, let's put him back. There's the puppets there. They're so beautiful. They're gorgeous. There's even a T-Rex. Or maybe it's an iguanodon. And in a moment, I'll just get the contact details for this shop as well. But first of all, look at this. How cute is that? There's just a bunch of people around the counter, which is understandable. It's a fabulous store. Look at the cockatoo there. And up here, look. So I think I can get to the card now. I just got the card. Thank you. Alrighty, so this is the contact details for Cabinet of Curiosities. Website. I don't know if it helps you to have that QR code or not. Okay. Okay. They have some fabulous things. And let's finish with chocolate. This is Josephan's, which used to be located in the shop where the Billingarra Indigenous Gallery is now. Now they've moved down here to this old church. And you wait till you see this. Oh, I can tell you the smell is intoxicating. So first of all, in these cabinets on the left, there's a lot of things to do with the history of chocolate making. Josephan, the lady who started this business, is a chocolate artist, and she spent a lot of time in Brazil and other chocolate countries learning her craft. So here we have just this display of items related to chocolate. And here we go. Here's the first piece of chocolate artistry. How about that? Isn't that sensational? And we have a tree. Look at the tree. So I'm pretty sure that this, what we're looking at here, is a chocolate tree in the literal sense. Shows the cocoa pods on there. And next to it, we've got this massive Easter egg. Look at that. And then over here, look at this. These are all the goods. This is all the beautiful chocolate. Chocolate skulls. So you can pretend it's Yorick. This is a shoe. Look at the shoe. All right, what's everyone's favourite chocolate? You can have a handbag. Do we like dark? Do we like milk? Do we like white chocolate? Tell me what you like. How about this? Look at this. This is a work of art. Isn't that beautiful? The snow person? Yeah. Snow person's pretty darn cool, isn't it? We'll come back and look at the snow person on the way out. I just want to show you the back of this. And then up the top here, there's another. I'm pretty sure that's chocolate as well. It's hard not to be tempted, isn't it? So what do we want, guys? Some Belgian white chocolate. There we go. There's a duck. At least I think it's a duck. Hi, Francis. So, beautiful store. Look at that. There's the snowman over there. We're going to go back past it on the way out. Orange chocolate. I really like orange chocolate. Caramel. Who likes caramel? And then over here we've got the Ruby Belgian. I'm showing 5 bars all the way, Annette. Did you lose connection? Is that why it's been quiet? I'm seeing no chat at all. But seriously, I've got 5 bars. It shouldn't have lost connection. Now you've got me worried. Did I lose everybody? What is ruby chocolate? It's basically raspberry. Whoops, I just dropped a card. Here, let's have a look. we go. That's what it looks like. I have tasted it. It tastes amazing. If you can imagine concentrated raspberries. I just dropped this card. I want to pick it up from the last shop we were in. Did someone say they wanted another look at the honeycomb? Here's the honeycomb here. The price is very small. So it's $10.95 for, I can't see the weight of it, 50 grams? Does that sound right? Gosh, that's the smallest writing I think I've ever seen. Okay. Anyway, that's it. All right, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone who's here, just a quick look at the display case and then we'll head off. These are all the individuals, all your chili chocolate. They're beautiful. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to head out and I'm going to sign off. So, thank you all, everyone, for joining me today. As always, I love your company when we're walking around my favourite parts of the Blue Mountains. My next tour is at Featherdale Wildlife Park, Wildlife Sanctuary, down in Sydney. And we'll get to see wombats and echidnas and penguins and all sorts of amazing Australian wildlife. We get to see it up close, and it's going to be an amazing tour. I highly recommend everyone join me on that one. And then the following day, we're going to get a chance to see more wombats. So 2 days of wombats. You're going to love it. All right, everybody. Thanks again for joining me. Annette, pop your channel in before we go, please. I didn't see any other tour guides, Hago guides on my tour. I think I only saw Annette, but if there are any other guides here today, please pop your link in for your next tour so that everyone has a chance to join you as well. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate your support. Generous contributions are what allow me to keep going. All right. Bye for now, everyone. Thanks, Annette.